There's a young man who construction worker, and he's working on the conditions of a masjid of a big ranch mosque, and at the completion of the conditions of the masjid, the sultans who ordered the conditions of the masjid, he wanted all of the construction workers to leave. And the reason is because his daughter has asked him, is it the princess, the sultan's daughter? She made a special request that after the construction of this beautiful grand masjid is finished, she wanted to be the first one to go into the masjid and pray for Rakah in the masala with no one else. So, this was the request of the princess. So, as the masjid is finished, the construction worker leave. And this one construction worker, he was falling behind, he was late, and he didn't realize that everyone else had already left. And they had allowed the princess into the measure to go pray. So, as he's leaving, he catches the limbs of the princess inside the masala of the magic pray into Rakah of Naft. And the scenes were just so incredible to him. It was just amazing scenes. And he basically just fell in love with the princess. It was just a very beautiful image to him, and he fell in love with her, and it became more than they became infatuated with her. So when he came home, he told his mother about what happened, and he said she had to go to the sultan and ask for the princess's hand in marriage. And the mother said, I can't do this. You can just work. No one like you. No, the sultan daughter married you. But this construction worker became infatuated. He couldn't work, he couldn't think, he couldn't eat, he couldn't sleep. He was just in a miserable state. And the mother asked a fearing for her son. And his well-being, she realized that she doesn't do something at the point. So she goes to balance and she asks to speak to certain and do you know the girls? They turned her away and she insists and she says my son's going to die. I have to talk to the sultan. So finally they let her talk to the sultan. And she mentioned the story to the sultan and the sultan asked that she come back with the construction worker. So they come back together and he tells the construction worker after everyone leaves the messengers that night time after a share prayer, you have to come and pray PM in this matches for 40 nights. If you come and pray PM in this measure for 40 nights straight, I will let you marry my daughter. And he says there will be someone there to make sure that you come. And if you many days will know about it. So in 40 days, if you fulfill the end of the bargain, I will let you consider my daughter for marriage. So the construction worker is excited. This change a life. So he goes the first day, and he prays in the message after everyone leaves. And he goes the second day and the third, and after a few weeks he noticed he getting better. He's eating again, he's drinking again, he cares about life again. And eventually he starts to really enjoy coming to the masjid and praying when everyone else had left. To just understand that he started to pray to Allah, that Allah never take away the beautiful moments that he had with him alone in solitude, praying to him in night. So 40 days pass, 50 days pass, 60 days pass, 70 days pass, and eventually the sultan asks to see the construction worker. And he says, how come you didn't come see me? You fulfilled your end of the bargain. You prayed on 40 nights. We saw that's your rate. How come you didn't come to see me? And the construction worker turned to the sultan and he says, before I saw your daughter, my heart was empty. And the first thing of beauty that my heart was exposed to, your daughter. And that's why it's wrapped onto that experience. But then after I started praying and the magic for 40 nights, my heart witnessed a beauty that was much greater than her. My heart witnessed the beauty that it never felt before. And he tells the sultan, he goes on to say, thank you so much for offering me your daughter to consider. But I'm happy where I am. I am in no need of her. And he goes on his way. And he doesn't marry the princess because he has found the love and the beauty and a happiness that was much greater than just seeing the princess the one time. And this was the love of Allah. This is the beauty of a close relationship with Allah. This is something that only the ones who has experienced it can really talk about it, or can even if they were to try to talk about it, it doesn't do it justice. And even Tim, he talked about, he says one who did not enjoy the journey of this life, he not enjoy the journey of the next life. The scholar talk about that mean to this be in a state where the life of Allah love Allah so much and pleased with the Lord, and Allah loves his servant so much and is pleased with servant, and it's mentioned in the art. This referring to companion, this mutual relationship of love with the Creator. When we talk about the category of sweetness of Iman, that to love Allah more than we love everyone and anything else, including ourselves, is something that brings the sweetness of Iman, and you could think, how could loving someone other than myself brings happiness? Only when it's Allah.